Hi, everybody. I'm Lawrence of the Slimes. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the post-coronavirus world that we might find ourselves in and what we want that to be. There's a lot of ideas that are being thrown around, but one thing I think that we can all agree on is that we're all in this together. And we're all on this little spinning blue planet together. And oftentimes we forget that. And we kind of get bogged down on these things called countries, which are kind of just invisible things. They're like invisible lines drawn in the sand or the dirt or the snow, wherever you are. And based on the genetic lottery and the birth lottery and the location lottery and the wealth lottery, your class will be determined mostly in part due to circumstances outside of your control. So based on that, where you are in the world, it basically is how fortunate and wealthy and well off you're going to be. So if you were born in Canada or the United States or a lot of Europe, on a handful of other factors, you're probably going to be more fortunate than others. And yet, when we have a pandemic, it affects all of us. So we've come to that realization now that we're all in this together. There's a human beings on the planet. So we're all the same. We're all the same. But we're not the same. We're not equitable, but we're all the same. So one thing I would like us to do is maybe to have some kind of global healthcare initiative, maybe like a global, like kind of like the UN, but not as ineffective and pointless. I mean, it's not pointless, but it's just more ineffective. So maybe some kind of global healthcare initiative in which we kind of realize that healthcare is an essential part of existing, and that there should never again be a profit motive to healthcare, because that does a couple things. It makes us very vulnerable to a pandemic like the one we're experiencing right now. All the information that should be shared between countries is not being shared, especially when it comes to pharmacies and pharmaceutical drugs. There's a profit incentive and there's a copyright on a lot of pharmaceutical drugs. So because of that, we might not share crucial information with other countries. And that's because we eventually want to profit off those other countries as well. Because again, profit is the name of the game. So we should probably remove all profit incentives. There shouldn't be a pharmaceutical industry. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, that means there's not going to be an innovation. We won't find new drugs if we don't encourage people to find those drugs. And yet other countries seem to still do that okay when there's not such a dramatic profit incentive. And in a time like now, when we have this global pandemic and we're kind of, again, all in this together, we should probably be sharing that information with each other, and we should probably be helping each other out. We shouldn't look at this as a competition. We shouldn't look at this as, well, we have some cases, but we don't have as many as, say, China. Like, no one's got it as bad as China. They have it really bad. And I guess since China has it really bad and it originated over there, that it's their disease. It's the Chinese disease. Okay, so it's us versus China. This is a war, but it's a war with China? Sure. We could go down that road, or, and I'm just spitballing here, we invent some kind of global health initiative. We remove the profit motive from the entire aspect of human health, and then we work together collectively as a planet, not as countries, but as a planet, as an entire planet, as the human race, to better and ameliorate our conditions, because that would make us a lot more prepared for a pandemic. It would make us a lot better and more efficient at dealing with the pandemic than we have been so far. So some shortfalls and pitfalls of capitalism and neoliberalism, but again, where there's some shitty, where there's a shitty, let's just say calamity, there's opportunity. Again, I'm Lawrence of the Serfs, and this has been.
Hey you, yes, you. Do you like cozy environments with other wholesome people? Well then come join the Discord. It's got a whole bunch of stuff to help you with creative endeavors, such as stock footage, royalty-free music, and an amazing community of people looking to help each other out and uplift your content. Join the Discord now by going to weareserfs.com. That's weareserfs.com.
We would like to thank Miranda Marone. You are our monarch, and we thank you for our indentured servitude. We would like to thank our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Michaela Schmid, Tomospin, Farrer Tahone. You are all the pillars of our organization. To our Knights of the Square Table, Paul Parafit, Daniel Kahn, Clement Chutskoth, Alan R., Josh Mickelson, and Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Cooper Pilot, Andrea Lynn Epperly, Dylan Bythe, Terry, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. And to our merchants, thank you for taking mercy upon us.